The heroine Anna works as a hostess. During one of her shifts serving customers, she took some candy laced with drugs from a guest. Feeling her whole body burning up, she rushed to the bathroom right away. She knelt over the toilet and threw up, her mind clouded by the drugs. Anna slapped herself hard several times. After she gradually sobered up, Anna quickly took out her phone. She called her best friend immediately, but her friend cared more about money than her safety. With no other choice, Anna put on a hat and snuck out through the back door. After escaping from the bar, Anna told her boss Mike what had just happened. Mike ran a hostess service business in Gangnam. He had dozens of female employees under him. It was a high-risk job, but none of his employees had ever complained, because Mike was a responsible man. If any of his female employees were harassed by customers, Mike would rush to the scene right away and take the employee home safely. There was one thing Mike absolutely hated. That was his employees being given drugs. If someone was caught doing that, he wouldn't show anyone any mercy. No matter who it was, Mike would beat them up badly. Every time, he'd break at least one of their bones. After hearing from Anna that another employee had been drugged by a customer, Mike tracked down the customer who'd ordered the service right away. He beat the man up and forced him to give up the address. Mike realized things were about to get really bad, because all the clients his employees served were either government officials or wealthy second-generation heirs. They had all kinds of twisted hobbies. After all, even Korean female celebrities meant nothing to them, let alone a mere hostess. Mike arrived at the Grand Business Hotel. The place was littered with drugs and syringes. When he walked up to the fish tank, he found the employee dead inside it. Blood-stained handprints on the wall showed she'd been tortured. Mike swore that he would make these people pay with their blood. That same night, a group of men went to the room to clean up the scene, but they couldn't find the hostess's body. They called their boss, the Korean celebrity Bob. Bob didn't care at all. He only told his men to find the body as soon as possible. When he heard Mike was going to confront him, Bob sent more than a dozen of his men to surround Mike. One of them provoked Mike. A few words were enough to make Mike lose his temper. Mike pulled out a dagger and fought them. He only avoided hitting their vital organs. Within minutes, all of Bob's men lay on the ground. Seeing this, Bob called for more backup. Exhausted, Mike had to jump into the river to escape by luck. When he got back, he found Anna was gone. It turned out Anna had seen the news. A female body had been found in Gangnam, and it was her best friend. She realized Mike wouldn't be able to help her get revenge, so she decided to take matters into her own hands. Anna smashed a window and escaped. She was never seen again after that. Mike bandaged his wounds quickly. He thought back to the first time he met Anna. He was drawn to her never-give-up attitude, but he was always too shy to confess his feelings for her. Anna once said she worked so hard to make money so she could go to a beautiful place. At the same time, Anna asked a friend to lend her some money. She found out Bob was holding a boxing match that night. This was her only chance to avenge her best friend. Bob's plan was to let the wealthy heirs place bets through an app. He made a fortune from this. When he saw a player die in the ring, Jack actually got very excited. After all, in the eyes of people like them, this was no different from killing an ant. At that moment, Anna snuck into the backstage of the venue. Unexpectedly, she ran into Bob, who was leaving the ring. Filled with hatred, Anna went straight up to him and sliced his face with a blade. But she was no match for an adult man. She was quickly kicked away by Bob. Under Bob's brutal beating, she lost the ability to fight back completely. Then Bob picked up the dagger from the ground and slashed a long wound across Anna's face. He and his men then planned to throw Anna into the sea to feed the sharks. Suddenly, a stone hit their car's windshield out of nowhere, causing the vehicle to lose control instantly. Bob thought one of his men was responsible for the accident, so he got behind the wheel himself. But in the dim basement, a familiar figure appeared. Seeing this, one of his men quickly locked the car doors. Because he'd long hated Bob's arrogant attitude, he drove away immediately, leaving Bob yelling furiously. When Bob saw Mike was serious about fighting him, he got scared instantly. He said Anna had been taken away by his men, and it had nothing to do with him. But at that moment, Mike didn't care about any of that. After all, Anna was the girl he'd been secretly in love with. So he grabbed Bob by the collar and cut a gash on his face with the knife. Just then, a police officer ran over. He was Mike's friend Charlie. Charlie quickly stopped him. After all, Anna was still in the enemy's hands. A large number of police officers had also gathered outside. Charlie told Mike to escape quickly, otherwise, he would be arrested and put in jail. Since Bob was a public figure, the police took him under their protection. But to everyone's surprise, Mike sneaked into the hospital ward that night. He secretly killed Bob and faked it as a suicide. He successfully avenged his employee. Even though he'd managed to kill Bob, Anna was still missing, so he had to ask Charlie to help him find Anna together. Finally, after some investigation, they found out that after the man drove away that day, he'd taken Anna to the tycoon Jerry, and this tycoon was actually Bob's father. They put elaborate makeup on Anna and forced her to do a live stream for the whole country. Jerry planned to use this method to lure Mike into a trap and avenge his son Bob. A huge crowd flooded into the live stream room right away. All of them were drawn to Anna's beauty. After all, Anna was a well-known hostess. From the background of the live stream, Charlie immediately figured out the exact location, so he quickly informed Mike. Since Charlie was closer to the place, he arrived downstairs in no time. But unfortunately, the elevator was under maintenance. Charlie had to take the stairs. However, when he passed one of the floors, he was shocked by what he saw inside. Behind a glass room, there were many girls whose minds had been destroyed. They were all test subjects, kidnapped by the tycoon for drug experiments. It seemed Jerry was even more evil than his son. Halfway through the live stream, Anna suddenly smashed the glass behind her and jumped down. When Mike arrived at the scene, he pushed his way through the crowd. The moment he saw Anna's body, despair overwhelmed him completely. He couldn't accept Anna's death. Just then, a car drove out of the building. Mike saw the person inside. He swore he would tear that person to pieces. Before Anna decided to kill herself, she sent a thank you message to her good friend, because Anna had a video that could bring down the tycoon. This video was secretly recorded by Anna when she was serving the tycoon. Before she died, she sent it to her good friend Sophie, who was Charlie's daughter. She hoped Sophie would pass it on to her father to expose these bad guys. Charlie thought his daughter was upset with him for failing to save Anna. He never expected that she would go to avenge Anna alone, because from Anna's video, she found out that the tycoon kidnapped several girls every week to test new types of drugs on them. This was probably Anna's chance to get close to the tycoon. You had to hand in your phone to enter the lab, so she sent the video to her dad in advance. And Charlie just found out that his daughter had gone to take revenge on the tycoon. One was to save his daughter, the other was to avenge the woman he loved. So without hesitation, the two of them charged towards the tycoon's group. At that moment, a drug deal was already underway. The room was filled with business partners. As the screen turned on, 6 girls were sitting behind a glass wall. Several researchers walked into the room. A dirty and dark deal began. When the drugs were injected into the girls' bodies, they started gasping for breath and were on the verge of death. Just as things were getting critical, the researchers injected them with an antidote. The girls recovered instantly. It turned out this was the new product the tycoon was about to launch, even more dangerous than regular drugs. Just as the partners were celebrating, one of the girls suddenly coughed up black blood and died. Jerry immediately turned off the screen and forced the partners to sign an unfair contract. Of course, they could choose to back out, but they would have to pay 10 times the penalty fee. Just then, one of his men suddenly brought him some news. The screen also started playing a live video uncontrollably. It turned out Charlie had broken into the hall. Holding the video Anna had left before her death, he exposed the truth to the partners. The new drug was actually a scam set up by Jerry. Charlie sent the video of the girl dying from the drug to all the partners' phones. The partners were filled with anger. Jerry then started hunting down everyone in the room. At that moment, Charlie was blocked by Jerry's men in the hall. Just as things looked hopeless, Mike showed up in time. He blocked all the attacks for Charlie. Facing a large number of enemies, Mike charged into the crowd alone. Charlie quickly went to look for his daughter. Because of the partners' deaths, everyone else in the room was terrified. They all signed the unfair contract in a hurry, then fled the building like rats. All the girls behind the screen had died. Only Sophie was left alive. Impressed by Sophie's courage, Jerry called her over to his side. Sophie didn't forget her mission. She took out a steel nail and stabbed Jerry. piercing straight through his palm. Hearing Charlie shouting outside, Jerry knew he didn't have much time left. He immediately injected the drug into Sophie's body. Sophie was controlled by the drug. Seeing his beloved daughter hurt, Charlie flew into a rage and killed the bodyguards. He rushed towards his daughter. Fortunately, the antidote worked. Sophie calmed down again. Charlie immediately chased after the tycoon. Seeing they were about to escape, he blocked Jerry's way, pulled him out of the car, and punched him dozens of times. Charlie pulled out his gun, ready to end Jerry's life, but his daughter stopped him, saying it wasn't worth it. Just as Charlie was hesitating, a hand reached out and took the gun from him. A bullet shot straight into the tycoon's head. That person was none other than Mike. He didn't care about the law. Revenge was all that mattered to him. At the end of the story, accompanied by her father, Sophie went to Anna's grave to tell her the good news. Even though they'd succeeded in getting revenge, the girl who always smiled was gone forever. Mike left the city. He headed to a new place to start a new life.